So as we know, we have multiple types of decompression sickness. We have decompression sickness type I and decompression sickness type II. Decompression sickness type I, which we'll go over now, involves the musculoskeletal system. So believe it or not, the pain caused from DCS type I, the classic shoulder or knee, elbow pain that we experience if we ever get type I, that dull, achy pain, it's not fully understood. We don't know exactly why that pain is caused, but we have some hypotheses. And I'll start with the first one, which is the most common that we've accepted and believed to be true, is the presence of a gas within the joint space. So I got this picture from the internet. Here's our femur, and here's our shin bones. These two shin bones right here, and then here's your knee, and you can see inside right there that joint space. So let me write this down. Musculoskeletal. So it's believed because we have nitrogen in a gas phase in this joint space that we feel pain. Some people agree. Some people say you cannot feel pain based on studies of air in a joint, of a gas in a joint. But that's a hypothesis, and some people have accepted it and some people haven't. The other hypothesis is that, so if we look at this bone, this is a bone, anatomy of the bone, and right here you can see yellow bone marrow, and here's a red bone marrow where your red blood cells are produced. And this yellow bone marrow is made up of fat, and fat can absorb nitrogen faster. People who are overweight are at higher risks for decompression sickness because the fat is poorly perfused. The fat doesn't get the same blood supply as other organs like the brain, for example, which gets a lot of blood supply. Fat doesn't get that much blood supply, which means that the gas will dissolve more slowly in fat. And this yellow marrow contains fat, and all of us have it. So that means that the bubble formation upon decompression is possible right there. The resulting pain may result from an irritation of nerves that are nearby. So you see this yellow marrow, there's blood vessels running next to it, and there's nerves. Let me zoom in. So you see this bone marrow, it's an enclosed space, right? So if I have bubble formation in here, I have a lot of bubble formation, I'm just growing bubbles, it's an enclosed space. So what this hypothesis is saying that it'll cause a compression of a blood vessel. I'm sorry, not a blood vessel. Compression of a nerve, causing the pain we feel. So bubble formation in the yellow bone marrow causes compression of the local nerves, causing our pain. So those are two hypotheses on how DCS type I works.